This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Really fun episode today. There's a little bit of business that we get done ahead of our pedal mo adventure next week. We also imitate police officer,
Which is definitely illegal.
It's a bit illegal.
Well, I mean, we talked off air before the bit, Liam. You said you were going to impersonate an officer, and we said that's illegal.
But I said I'm going to do a really silly name.
Yeah,
so then
but
you can justify that. No,
I think we said you should say you're from the blah 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 PD, so that she thinks it's the police, but you never say you're from
I
the
did
police.
actually say Vic Police, didn't
And
I?
then you just said I'm from the Victoria Police.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I also said my name was like Chum Buckets Farts McGibbon or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
That could be someone's name.
Imagine if Chum Buckets Fart and McGibbon was sitting at the office going, "They impersonated me."
Wow, it could happen.
we look into it, and the actual chief constable of Victoria Police's last name is Chum Buckets Farts McGibbon.
That
Like,
to me
wow.
sounds like the premise to a South Park episode. Anyway.
Also, there is some shade thrown at McDonald's. What's more dangerous, being in commercial radio and saying, calling out McDonald's, or impersonating
police
police?
officer.
Well, either way, before parts of this episode are scrubbed, enjoy.
Because that does happen sometimes.
Yes.
The pedal mow, it's going to be huge next week. We are mowing our own way for Movember, raising funds and awareness for men's mental health. So we're going to be pedaling along the Yarra. All our shows are going to be live. And the big question remains, Ben and Belle, who is going to be the captain of the vessel?
Is that the first point of business that
I
we need to
think
take?
Well, I
that's
think it's
you
pretty
sort of,
important,
we sort of just got to work out.
Well, it's whoever's steering
dynamics.
because there's one
Well, it's
joystick
not just
at the front.
steering necessarily. But I
It'll
don't know if
just
you know
change.
much about nautical things, but,
But it will just change
someone
whoever's
needs
in
to
the front.
sit on the captain's chair on
Yeah.
portside bridge wing, and obviously there's a lot more to being a captain than
Well, I think
steering.
The one thing's pretty obvious. It won't be Belle.
Well, yeah,
Is that a gender thing?
Well, no, it's just
No,
because
I think-
you obviously don't respect the authority of a captain. So therefore
I do.
you can't.
I'm
therefore
just
you
saying
can't be the
it's a
captain.
pedalo,
Belle-
and so we will just be whoever's steering it at the front.
Well, the fact that-
I love you, Belle, but I think you lack the tenacity to lead.
Yeah, I think when there's a high pressure situation, you will crumble.
That's so rude.
And no offense,
can
Ben,
lead.
no offense, but you're way too hot-headed. you would not be safe on a vessel. You're very brash. You make decisions.
Yeah, quick.
And but if,
don't think-
if someone
you're
has
not
to take
open-
direct control of the ship in battle stations during like an emergency air attack or something like that, what you need is someone with a calm hand and a steady head on their shoulders.
Me.
And I honestly think I'm the right man to
Let me-
lead our maiden voyage.
Liam, let me ask you two questions.
Yep.
First one, whoever gets to be the captain, will there be a hat involved?
There will be a hat.
Second question, have you already purchased a hat?
I have bought the hat, and I have a bigger head than you guys. So I did get it in my sizing because I thought you guys would say, just because you guys probably don't even want to be the captain. There's so much stuff, the safety briefings, security, cargo operations, navigation, crew management,
Liam.
legal compliance,
Liam.
looking out for icebergs. I
Liam.
got to do all that stuff. You guys can just pedal.
If it makes you feel better, you can be the captain.
And Ben,
Yeah?
you shall be my first mate.
Awesome.
Second in command,
Yeah.
responsible for ship navigation when I'm unable to perform my duties.
What am I?
Belle, you shall be a deckhand.
What is
Poop deck scrubbing and prawn trolling. You'll have the net out for the prawns.
I'm not catching any animals. You know that.
You-
Yummy Yarra prawns.
You must catch us prawns for our supper. Otherwise, the captain will be famished and I might get a navigation wrong.
You know what? To be honest, I'm actually fine with you being captain because you know what they say: the captain goes down with the ship.
Absolutely.
If we capsize,
honestly,
you're going
I will.
off.
I will get you off safely, and I will die with that peddler if I have to. And I'm not
Okay.
taking this lightly. Yeah, I get to wear the hat, but I'm fully responsible for your safety, and that's why I hope you'll be joining all 7 of my briefings this week.
Just to recap, we are doing the show on the water all next week, Monday to Friday. The entire 3 hours of every single show is going to be facility on the water in the Yarra. It's all to raise money for Movember. If you want to donate, just search Ben, Liam and Belle in Instagram and you can donate via the link in our bio. Well, good morning, Melbourne, and happy Tuesday.
More like Tuesday, am I right? I'm looking at some of the stuff here. We got that new Dua Lipa, that Houdini number. I believe there's new Kid Laroi this morning as well. All the cool artists here.
I tried that new Macca's burger, the crispy McChicken.
Oh, is that the one?
Kid Laroi one.
The
He's
one
like,
that Kid Laroi-
so how do you know the next big thing?
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm a big thing, so I know when there's big nuggets on the menu. Like that.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
I
that
wonder
one.
how much he was paid.
That one that played the ad played for the first time during the AFL Grand Final, I reckon
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, it's
It was like a Super Bowl type ad.
But
It was full on.
Everyone's whole point was, it's just the chicken.
A McChicken.
A McChicken.
Yeah.
And it is 100%. It is.
a McChicken.
They've just rebranded
It's a
the
McChicken with a Kid Laroi ad.
Yeah.
No, it must be a little bit
It's the
different. Is there
same.
something
So
you're
we're
like-
talking lettuce, mayonnaise,
Yep.
and crispy chicken.
Yep.
That's a McChicken.
And then
Is it
if
a
you
bit
get, and
more
then if you
crispy?
get the bigger, there's like there's a bigger version, the deluxe, I believe, the McChicken deluxe probably.
Yeah.
No, so the McChicken's the old one.
Yeah.
The McCrispy is the new one.
Yes.
Okay,
But
I
it's
haven't had a
it's
McCrispy.
the exact same burger,
just
except the
more crisp.
deluxe one comes with tomato.
I think, yeah, no. I think
That's
it would have
$2 more.
something different.
Belle, I'm telling you, it's the
I
same
think-
burger.
I think
It's the
it would
same.
be
They've just
something
they've rebranded the McChicken to the McCrispy.
I see what's happening. Belle's feeling the cold hand of Ronald behind her. she knows that McDonald's have been a big supporter of commercial radio over the years, and she's a little nervous
I
that
would
Ben's
say that it would be very
calling
good
a spade a spade.
What I would say is, in this Nova studio, we have an open door policy. If someone from Macca's wants to come in and explain to me the difference in the burger, if they want to explain to me,
I double dog dare you. I would love that. Actually, guys, it's really different. The crisp profile is entirely different. Good luck trying to talk your way out of that one. No, and guess what? The marketing worked. He went in, he tried the Kid Laroi burger. I'm sure it was lovely.
absolutely, it was delicious. Hand on Heart, that's my favourite song on the Nova playlist right now.
That
Dua Lipa.
is a ripper. And yes, you are hearing a bit of Kevin Parker guitar, a bit of
Yeah,
Tame Impala.
That's why you love it.
Yeah, but like, what a matchup.
Got that tame touch.
If you don't know Tame, of course.
To be fair, I think it's actually the exact same. Not the
Wait a
same.
second.
It's not the same riff, but it's the same guitar, isn't
Yeah.
it? I reckon he's using the same
Yeah,
guitar
for sure.
He knows what he's doing. Hey, we're about to jump into the 610 quiz. If you give us a buzz, 13 24 10, you could win tickets to Macklemore. Macklemore is coming back to Melbourne. So May 15 next year, John Cain Arena. The Frontiers pre-sale kicks off November 15. For details, head to frontiertouring.com.
Oh, look at us. We got Macklemore tickets. We're talking about Kevin Parker from Tame Impala's new song with Dua Lipa. And now we're doing this.
It's 610. Hallelujah, it's 610.
Good morning, Annie in Fitzroy North. How's your Tuesday going?
Oh, you just woke me up when I heard the Macklemore tickets, so just begun.
Yes.
So you roll out of bed and you've just got the radio on as your alarm, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I do. Pretty old-fashioned.
Yeah, and I love people who do it. I've never been one for. I think we're all waking up early. Normally, there's, someone sleeping next to you, trying to kill that alarm quickly. But yeah, no, we love radio alarm people. Good morning to all of you if you're in bed at the moment. Annie, politician Barnaby Joyce got married on the weekend, and none of his daughters attended, which is kind of brutal. Which famous actor's dogs did he threaten to kill? Do you remember that?
No, I'm from New Zealand, so I wouldn't.
So yeah,
It is a tough one.
he said there was actually a Netflix documentary about them recently. This couple it didn't end too well. For
How long
them
you
either.
been? How long you been in Australia for?
1 year last week.
okay. Oh,
Got
wow.
a bit of a party to
Wow.
celebrate.
Congrats, Annie. You don't have much of a Kiwi accent, I must admit.
Oh, thank you.
You're trying really hard to assimilate. You're like, oh, good day there, mate. So you doing? I just woke up.
Annie, you didn't get this one right, but I loved your vibe, and so
Wait, can I guess? Is it Elton John?
it's not Elton John.
Yeah.
No, I really
I
want
mean,
Annie to
it's
keep playing.
it's rare, but we do sometimes give points for vibe.
Yes.
Should we give
Yes,
Annie a
yeah.
vibe point?
Let's
You get a
just give-
vibe point, Annie. It's super rare.
Yeah.
So count your lucky stars.
Do you
get one.
know? Do you know the star from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We watched it last night.
There you go. Yeah, well, Pistol and Boo, his dogs. He said he'd kill them.
Yeah.
He said
No
he'd straight
way.
up kill those dogs.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, no, it is a bit. Okay, moving on to another Polly. Albo has failed a spelling bee test made for children, including the word Caesar. Can you spell Caesar?
C-A-E-S-E-R?
It's so close.
It's wrong. And this is extremely rare, but we are going to give you another point for VAR.
No, wait.
C-E-A-S-E-R.
No, Annie.
Hang on, well, yeah.
Oh, I'm a food scientist. I should know this.
Second
that's
attempt
cool.
was wrong, Annie. You can have a third attempt.
C-E-A-S-A.
Do we give 4 vibe points?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's rare. It's
Okay,
rare.
Annie, just first half was right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Just the second half you need to change.
Yeah, go back to your
okay.
first guess was the closest.
Is it C-A-E-S-A-R?
Very good.
Well done.
Well done. I love how Darcy from Bacchus Marsh, Nadia, Nick, Michelle are like, this is bullshit, man. They're giving this girl so many chances.
And we're only up to question 2.
But you know what? It shows how far vibe can get you.
That's it. Vibe can get you a long way in this world.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, Motley Crue singer Tommy Lee is outraged at the price of cigarettes at 7-Elevens in Australia. Can you name 2 Durry brands?
Ooh, Winnie Blues.
Yep.
And I don't. Is it Marlboro?
It sounded kind of like Marlboro.
Skin of your teeth. Skin of your teeth.
Let's do a vibe check on Darcy. Darcy, do you feel like you've been hard done by this morning? The fact that we're giving Annie so many chances?
A little bit, but I don't think I could bring much better vibe to the
At least you're honest, Darcy.
Do we give points for honesty?
I reckon Darcy's a good second in line, but let's stick with Annie.
You did actually deliver that in quite a low vibe manner as well. I probably couldn't match the vibe. I love that. Okay, honestly though, Annie, no more second chances, okay?
Yep.
Well,
Yep,
10th
absolutely.
chances or whatever it is at this point. Qantas will now allow frequent fly points to be inherited if someone dies. On a plane, where is your life jacket located?
Under your seat.
Good. Someone listened to the briefing. Last question here. Nicki Minaj has revealed she regrets all her plastic surgery. Can you finish these lyrics?
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that butt.
I don't know if we can give that.
I mean, it's not the lyrics, though, is it? I did say
There's
that.
one word different.
I don't even give it to Annie. I'm sorry.
That's not the
It's
lyrics.
not the lyrics, Annie. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Gave you so many chances, Annie. We liked your vibe.
We did say there was only one more chance, so you needed to play
Look at
first.
her butt.
I tell you what, Annie. At the moment, you've got the Macklemore tickets. Unless Darcy can do a better job of it. Darcy, finish these lyrics, mate.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Oh my gosh.
Look at her butt.
You both get the tickets. I reckon you both get the
Yeah,
tickets.
you're both getting the tickets.
Congratulations, guys. You don't have to go together, but you both have a double pass.
No, you balance out the vibe. Well, look, hey, if you forgot, Macklemore is coming back to Melbourne May 15, playing John Cain Arena. Frontier pre-sale kicks off November 15. For details, head to frontiertouring.com.
Now, Annie and Darcy, because we've got you both, you're going to have to choose the song
Whoa,
together.
This is a first.
This has never happened before.
Yeah, so you both get to pick which song we play. The first song is Avril Lavigne.
You were everything that I wanted. We were meant to
Or should we bring out Alex Turner this morning?
Crawling back to you. Never thought I'd call and
Arctic Monkeys. Annie, you can go first. Out of those two, which one do you want to hear?
Alex Turner, 100%.
All right. And Darcy, which one do you want to hear?
Yeah, Alex Turner, please.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, guys.
Yes.
Well done.
Arctic Monkeys it is. You guys are getting along like a house on fire. This is fun. 2 listeners combining this morning to pick this banger. From Arctic Monkeys. This is how I brought in the new year, actually. Sydney My Music Bowl.
Do I want to know?
Oh. Yeah, man. Arctic Monkeys. Just playing Falls. What a way to bring in 23.
Did we interview Alex Turner and he had his glasses on, or do I imagine that?
No. He did an interview with The Drive Show, and I pretended to be their producer so I could meet him.
That's
Sounds right.
Have you got colour in your cheeks? Do you ever get that feel that you can't shift, the tide that sticks around like summits in your teeth?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist appointment or all the kids' sports. But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Little bit of a worry. We've landed ourselves in hot water, Ben and Belle. I don't know if the show is going to be going much longer because we may be stung for supplying an underage girl with alcohol. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good on the record. Do you remember last week how we had this caller, Davey? We were talking about everything showers. Belle was saying how, like, once a week, women do this thing where they might just be in the shower for like 2 hours because it's just an everything shower. And, Davey had this great story.
She said she was in there for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's like, I have a bath and a shower, then a bath. And we're like, wow, that's amazing,
Yeah.
Davey.
And I think because she was our favourite caller, we thought we'd give her some wine.
Yep.
But to our credit, I think we were a little bit sus on how old this girl was. She sounded quite young. Have a listen. I feel like we should give you something so you can unwind.
Probably the bottles of wine.
Yeah. How old are you, Davey?
20.
Cool. All right. You sounded a bit young.
Yeah, you do sound younger than 20. Just quickly, Davey, what's your year of birth?
2003.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
yeah,
crazy,
That is 20.
isn't it?
That
Yeah.
is 20.
And what's your star sign?
Pardon?
Your star sign?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Like, I'm not into that stuff.
Don't give her the wine, guys. She's clearly using a fake ID to get on the show. You're not getting in the nightclub. Our instincts were right. But we were just sort of joking around. We still sent the wine. It's like, oh, yeah, whatever. She said she was born in 2003. Maths checks out. She must be 20. We got a call yesterday, the station did, from a guy called John. He said, hey, guys, my daughter called the radio station last week, said her name was Davey and that she was 20 years old. She's actually 12. And her name is Sadie. So she lied about her age and name to get on the radio for some reason. Apparently, so they're like these twin girls, and he likes listening to SEN, but the girls...
they love Nova.
They love Nova, which is... So Rasheen and Sadie, they listen on the way to school, which we love. They normally listen after 8 o'clock, so we're doing this a little bit earlier on the way to school. But what we were thinking is we can't allow this sort of stuff to happen. So we maybe need to teach Sadie a bit of a lesson this morning. So we've got her dad in on this. Dad's name's John. I think we call John next, get him to put the phone onto his daughter, Sadie, and maybe we just say we're from the police or something. She's going to get arrested for underage drinking.
Oh, you'll freak her out.
Well, she lied for starters. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to impersonate other people.
Yep.
And you're not allowed to drink when you're 12. So that's,
We need to teach young Sadie a life lesson.
And then hopefully she's going to go, right, I get it.
That was so scary.
I'm never going to lie again. It's like, when kids are being naughty, you're like, well, the police are going to come. You sort of threaten them with that. You say, well, they'll put you in prison if you keep being naughty.
Yeah, you control your kids with fear. That's a good life lesson.
So we're about to call John. He's going to pass the phone on to Sadie. And then we're going to teach her a stern lesson about lying about your age on the radio.
Hello, John speaking.
Oh, hello, John. How you doing? May I speak with Sadie?
Yeah, sure. Just one moment.
Hello?
Hello, Sadie. I'm Constable Sergeant James Chum Farts McCready of the Victoria Police. I'm with the Identity Fraud and Underage Drinking Department. How are you this morning?
Good, thank you.
Look, a report's been filed. It's come across my desk that at approximately 8:15 a.m. on Friday the 10th of November, you called the radio station Nova 100 and lied about your age to win 6 bottles of Zonzo State wine.
Yeah.
It's actually an offence for a minor to impersonate someone of age. Are you aware of that?
No.
Under subsection 9 on the Identity Fraud Act of 1997, you're actually liable for a fine of upwards of $20,000.
Oh, okay.
Do you have that sort of money?
No.
Well, you could also face 5 years prison time, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
What do you have to say for yourself, Sadie?
I only have like $200 of birthday money.
Okay. We could probably do 300 if you could somehow scrounge together another 100. That might get you off.
Yeah, my sister's got more money.
How much has your sister got?
Like $100. So I think that makes $300.
$300. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you can come into the station later on today and pass that, that'll keep you out of prison for 5 years.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
Pretty sweet deal.
Sadie, it's Ben, Liam and Belle from Nova.
Oh.
You're not going to prison,
You're
Sadie.
not going to prison.
Very calm and collected, Sadie.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think that was really the police?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Because we heard from your dad called the radio station and you lied to us the other day. You told us you were 20 years old. How old are you really?
12.
Yeah, and you also said your name was Davey, but your real name's Sadie. Why did you do it?
Because I thought I wouldn't get on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You can call and be on the show whenever you want to be.
To be honest, Sadie, you did really well. We quizzed you because we were like, you sound really young. And we asked what year you were born, and you had one ready to go, and you sounded very confident.
Sadie, you mentioned when Liam was pretending to be the police officer that you had $200. Well done on saving money. But you didn't quite have enough, so you said you were going to get some money from your sister. How would she have felt about that?
I don't know if I didn't have to go to jail then, maybe.
She'd probably be happy to, put her hand in her pocket a little bit.
Hey, Sadie, look, because you're a good sport, we thought we'd give you and your sister a couple of tickets to go see Tate McRae.
Stupid boy making me so sad.
How does that sound?
Good, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
You're so welcome. You can catch Tate McRae's Think Late World Tour at Margaret Court Arena, 16th of November next year. You can get tickets today at livenation.com.au.
Sadie, are you cool just to give us back those bottles of wine? Because I don't think you're allowed to drink them for another few years.
I don't think my dad filled the form in. So
Fair enough. Well, as long as you promise not to touch a drop of it, we can still give them to you.
Sadie, did you want to swap those Tate McRae tickets for a pack of smokes?
No thanks.
Oh, well done.
Correct.
We would have had to get the police to call you back if you went for those.
See you, Sadie.
Bye.
See ya.
Have a great day at school. Well, something is being removed from Australian schools. It's going to divide people. Half the people will go, well, back in my day we did it, so the kids now should do it as well. And then the other half will be like, good. I'm glad they're getting rid of that horrible thing. And
Kiss chasey.
It's not. Yeah, is that allowed still, kiss chasey?
I don't know.
I'd say
Because back in my day.
I remember being so nervous to play kiss chasey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you get to kiss a girl, you're like, I'm nervous. You're year 3, you're like, I don't know.
What? Because you get what was it?
Cooties.
Yeah. Well, I was slow, and the girls didn't want to kiss me, so I was like, "Where are you, girls? Bloody hell!"
This isn't hide and seek. It's chasey.
Jesus.
You were running away. Don't get me.
8 recesses in a row, still no kisses. As an Australian, you're about to hear a sound that will send shivers down your spine. You guys remember the beep test?
I kind of like that sound.
What?
You look forward to the beep test?
Well, I think in school, I didn't enjoy school that much, but I enjoyed PE and I enjoyed like running and being physical. So I think I was one of those kids that enjoyed the beep test.
Well, look, the beep test, for those unfamiliar, it's a 20-meter challenge. So the beeps start slower. You run 20 meters, then you run back, and you got to make it in time for the beep. And the beeps obviously get faster and faster and faster, and the levels go up to like, I don't know, 15 or something.
Yeah, this is how it would always start. They would wheel out the speaker, and then this would happen.
The multi-stage fitness test will start in 5 seconds. Ready,
guys.
Start level 1, 1.
Then you'd all run.
So you got about this time. Is it still going?
But you could go with a bit of a walk at first, and it was pretty easy. And then you could kind of power walk, and then you get into a jog, and then by the end of it, you were just sprinting flat stick.
Or you just do what I used to do with my best friend, and we would go level 1, 1, and then go, oh no, I'm done. And then you just go sit on the side. And then you just sit and watch everyone else do it. You're like, why are you trying? We didn't win anything. There wasn't anything in it.
Well, here's the thing. They're talking about getting rid of it. Schools now are saying it's probably not right. Because
everyone's different. It doesn't one kid might be great at sport, but can't do the beep test.
Is it fitness evaluation or is it torture? And it's funny. I always love the beep test. You get and I was one of them, but you always get those loser kids dropping out around 5, 6, 7.
That was Belle by the sounds of it.
No, but I did it on purpose. I didn't try and then drop out at 5. We just went level 1, 1, out.
I reckon every kid would remember, you listening to this now, being like, oh yeah, beep test. You'd remember all that happens is you just end up with the 2 alphas.
Yeah.
Going, pushing it to the teens. So you got 2 kids breathing out their ass. They're fully red, and then no one wants to lose the beep test. So then one of the kids wants to be the highest, and then all the fat kids are watching them oh yeah, very good.
And the teacher's like, come on, encourage them.
Good on you, Trent. Run a bit faster.
What's the difference between the beep test, right, and saying it's too hard for kids to do the beep test, and then pushing them academically? It's the same as pushing them physically.
No.
Yes, it is. It's the same.
Yes, but
it's the same.
But physical fitness can be tested in so many different ways. It's
yeah,
not
and
just
beep test is
running
one of them.
quick.
Just like you can test someone academically in lots of different ways. I wasn't a very smart kid in school, but I would say that I had smartness in other areas.
Yeah.
Like milking a cow.
I guess, we used to...
And doing the beep test.
Doing the beep test.
I was really fast and I could milk cows.
And that was my path to radio.
If you're listening this morning and you're just like, oh man, this is... all the bad memories are just flooding back. I want to talk beep test this morning. 13, 24, 10. What happened during the beep test? We actually got Christina Aguilera tickets to give away.
You are beautiful, no matter what they say.
Yeah, so super exciting. Christina Aguilera, she's live in concert, one night only. It's all thanks to the Untitled Group and Always Live. 17 days of live music only in Victoria. It starts November 24. 13, 24, 10. Those tickets can be yours. Just give us a buzz and tell us what happened during the beep test.
So you want beep test horror stories?
No, just what was your game? I'd like to hear from someone who faked the injury. I'd like to hear from someone who maybe was the top of the class.
Someone who calls up to brag.
Yes, I'm like, because I reckon anything over 10's impressive, right?
Yes, from my memory, 10 and above was impressive for sure.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
If you're a PE teacher as well, if you've got anyone.
Tell it. I mean, you would have been doing the beep test for years.
13, 24, 10 is our number. Give us a buzz.
I was never a huge fan. I don't think I was in the first pack. I certainly wasn't in the last.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I might have been maybe touching the 9s.
Pretty good.
You were not.
It's kind of where you want to be
I
in
reckon
school.
you can get to the
9s. You kind of want to be in the middle of the pack. You don't want to stand out.
I was middle of the pack, I reckon.
You don't. That's so boring.
I think 9 is pretty achievable. I sort of haven't done it in a long time.
Well, we said 13, 24, 10. Give us a buzz if you want to share your beep test memories. Maybe you want to have a brag. Rebecca joins us now. Beck, I think you're opting for the brag option?
Yeah, the brag option.
What'd you get?
So I used to get up to level 11. One boy made it up to level 9 once.
Oh.
One boy made it up to level what?
One boy made it up to level 9 once, but I used to get up to level 11.
Oh, so you're going for 2 more levels than everyone else.
You were just smoking it up.
Yeah, I was just very athletic.
Yeah, well done, Beck.
So you were that person that you just kept going for another 2 whole levels. Like at that point, are you just like, look at me? Or were you actually
I was just
struggling?
I bet all the boys, that's all that matters. So who cares?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what have you gone on to become, Rebecca?
A mum of 5.
Whoa!
Bet a pretty fast mum of 5 though. if push came to shove.
Good on you, Beck.
Michael in Donvale, do you have fond memories of the beep test, or do you find it horrific?
Yeah, good day, guys.
So we were sort of classed as the athletic bunch of the of the class.
Yeah.
We thought it was a good idea to knock out pretty early. I think it was around the 3 or the 4 mark.
That's still like a walk.
And there was a big bunch of us, so teachers weren't pretty happy about that. We're running laps of the oval for the next three classes after that.
Yeah.
Hang on, so you were athletic, but you chose to just drop out?
Yeah, well, when they spring the beep test on you, out of nowhere, it's like, oh, really got to do this today?
Michael, that was my tactic as well. You purposely drop out early and you just go, nah, not doing it.
It feels like a bit of a, come on, man. Like, I got maths after this. Like, you can't be, you got to give us a heads up on the beep test. When they spring it on you, it's like, can't we just do some volleyball or something like easy today?
Sonia joins us now. Good morning. Thoughts on the beep test?
Good morning. So I'm 13, so this happened in my primary school, and I just thought it'd be funny to share with you.
Yeah.
So the class absolutely hated the beep test, and the one boy who's the joker of the class, he'd made fake vomit with like vegetable soup and mayonnaise and loads of things, and he filled it in a squirty water bottle.
Yeah.
So we went to the beep test, and just before starting, he went to get a drink of his vomit. He filled it up in his mouth, and as we started running, he spat it all across the floor, and the teacher thought he vomited.
Yeah.
So immediately he was rushed to the sick bay, and the beep test was cancelled for the day.
Little kids were spitting out mayonnaise and onion.
That's the lengths that kids are going to.
Oh,
that is amazing, Sonia.
Yeah, well told as well.
So your teacher or someone must have, pardon the pun, spilt the beans and said like, oh, nah, it's fake. Like, someone must have dobbed him in, but that's so great.
Sonia, how do you feel about schools getting rid of the beep test?
Yeah, it's not one of my favourite activities. I mean, it is a good way to keep kids fit.
Yeah.
But, I think that it could be done in other ways.
A very well thought out response. You sound like a smart kid. And look, because we love you coming on the show, we're going to give you a double pass to go to the movies. How does that sound?
That's great. Thank you so much.
No worries. You can feel the movie in Hoyt's D-Box motion recliners. Secure your seats online now at hoyts.com.au.
Emily in Melton, tell us what happened with the beep test.
Hello. So I had a friend that both of us were very competitive. We grew up together from a very young age. She was a lot fitter than I was, but I did not back down from a fight. And in primary school, we were sprinting, we were red in the face. I was sweaty, she was not. And I just face planted in front of my whole class at a very low number.
Oh.
And everyone just laughed. Oh, no, it was still to this day, it is a funny memory to me. Face planted, busted my nose open, blood nose. And now I hate the beep test with a burning passion.
Yeah, and you're forever the level 3 girl. Your mates are walking past you going,
0.3. Shivers. I'm currently studying to be a teacher as well.
Yeah.
So I do not want to hear that beep ever again. Get rid of it.
Em, you wouldn't make your class do it? You wouldn't make them do the beep test?
Well, I'm actually currently doing the unit that is like health and PE. And so far, haven't heard anything about the beep test.
All right.
So fingers crossed that they're getting rid of it.
Yeah, maybe they're phasing it out.
They're stamping it out. It's a thing of the past.
Well, look, the good news is, level 3 girl, you're going to go see Christina.
Jeez, oh my God.
What a bop that is, car wash.
Yeah, you seen Shark Tale?
I love Shark Tale.
It is a bit of a deep cut, isn't it? Well, Emily, you've got yourself those tickets. Thank you very much.
I don't want to move on yet because I said to you guys that I used to pull out of the beep test on purpose pretty early. Like, it was just like, don't want to do this.
Which, like, a lot of kids did, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because teachers can't argue with it if you're like, oh, no, my leg's sore.
Exactly. You just go, too unfit. Level 1, I'm out.
And the teacher goes, you need to apply yourself.
Yeah, and I say, nah.
Whatever, Mrs. Morrison.
I'm not going to be a runner anyway when I grow up.
What am I even going to need this for?
I'm going to be an electrician.
I used to hate PE. I hated it with a passion. I hated team sports and everything. But now, as you guys know, and you gave me a lot of crap for, not just yesterday, but all the time, I do love the gym now.
You're a shred lord, for
I
sure.
love...
What?
Shut up, man.
Bill
love
goes to the
fitness.
gym?
Because I've followed you on Instagram and I've never seen you upload a story at the gym. So that's news to me. But
kind of curious what I would get now.
on the beep test.
Yeah.
I reckon you'd go well. I mean, you're fit. You are fit.
Yeah, but then this is the whole thing because it's a test, but it's like I could go to the gym and smash out however many burpees and whatever, but I don't know how I'd go with just like running back and forth.
Well, it's sort of that
getting
mind
faster.
strong thing, right? Like you sort of got to, when you're like dying, but you're kind of like, just a little bit more. Like you just.
But you have to be sprinting by the end.
And you can get kicked out in the beep test if you don't make it to the line in time for the beep. Then they kick you out. The PE teacher.
What do you reckon
Yes.
you'd get?
Oh, I don't even know because I don't know as an adult where the line is, like where the standard is in the beep test. As an
I think
adult.
double
But I think I'd
digits.
go
Anything
pretty good.
double digits is like.
I would
pretty
say
good.
double digits. Yes, it would be embarrassing if I got less than that.
We should do the beep test.
I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to do it. Would you do it with me?
I'd do it with you.
Really?
I reckon I'd smoke you.
Absolutely not. No offense, but you have applied yourself to the dad role with the dad bod.
Oh, absolutely. I'm the heaviest I've ever been, and I'm the most unfit that I've ever been.
Well,
but I
Liam.
still reckon I could take you 1v1 the beep
Oh,
test.
wow. 1v1.
1v1.
Liam, do you want to?
And I know this sounds
You're
like
going
I'm
to the
kid-
gym now?
Yeah, but I cooked my back a couple of weeks ago, and you know this.
Oh, there
My
we
back
go.
is actually drilling. I'm happy to do the PE teacher.
Mm-hmm.
If you make me do it, I'll just put mayonnaise in my drink bottle and pretend to vomit like that Sonia's friend.
Yeah, why don't we go 1v1, me versus Belle.
Also, to be if I'm being honest, if I had to the betting odds, just at the moment, and this is no offense to you, Ben, you have been fitter. I would think Belle would win.
Thank you, Liam.
Oh, you don't want this smoke. My legs are longer. It's just science. My legs are longer.
However, I would find it very funny if you still won. Do you know what I mean? Like it would be funny because he's like not in the great shape at the moment.
But I'm competitive.
But he's a very competitive. He's not going to give up.
What? No, we have to do it.
We have to do it next to each other.
We have to do it side by side. That's why the beep test works.
Because then you're going
And
to push each other. Because
Belle,
that's the thing. If you just do it by yourself, you're not going to go as far.
If I win the beep test, you can no longer post about going to the gym. You can no longer do BFT posts.
Yes.
Okay.
A blackout. A blackout.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
I
will
see
not.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, a gym social media blackout for Belle.
I see that, and I raise you if I win, you have to on air and on your socials do a plug for BFT.
Reshare Belle's. Yeah, so if Belle wins, then every time she puts a BFT story up, she can tag Ben and he has to reshare and go, wow, Belle's doing so well at
For
her
the next
gym.
month.
For a month. And if a month of posts, that's probably maybe 200 posts.
And get ready because I'm about to finish the 8-week challenge, so there's going to be
Okay.
an influx.
Yeah, let's do it. You're on. You're on.
Oh,
if
no,
I
no,
win the
no.
beep test, you can no longer post about going to BFT. If you win the beep test, I have to reshare your stories about going to BFT.
I'm excited for this. And as I will say, Ben is an extremely competitive person. There is going to be, I dare say a hammy or something will go, but
I will pull a hamstring before I lose.
I know I'm graciously opting out of this one, but I will be the PE teacher. I'll have a whistle. I'll be watching that line, and unless you're getting to it before the beep, you will be disqualified. So I would say this time tomorrow we will have the results of Ben and Belle's beep test.
You ready, Belle?
No, now I'm scared.
Go!
Ben and Belle, I thought this was a joke. I mean, if it came out near April, I'd be like, yeah, it's just a joke. But it's not. It's a real thing. Jim's latest venture. We all know Jim's mowing. We're familiar with that. Jim's fencing. Yes. My cousin works in that. There's Jim's test and tag. That's everywhere.
yeah.
That's literally everywhere.
Yeah. Jim's dog wash is
Jim's dog wash
is a common one.
Apparently pretty good. Jim will come around and wash your dog for you.
Yep.
Okay, it's not just
He must
Jim.
be so busy.
No. He's like Santa. He's everywhere in one go.
Well, now they're launching Jim's Beauty. And genuinely, it's still like the photo of Jim with the beard and the bucket hat.
He's just
and
got eyeliner and lash extensions.
And it's like pink and it's like
Really nice brows.
Jim's Beauty. Don't worry, doll. If you don't have enough time to get your nails done, Uncle Jim will come around. He'll have his best crack.
So what do they offer?
He comes around, he trims your bush, he does it all.
Okay. I mean, I get it. So the idea is because the whole Jim's business is contracted, so then they'd have the beauticians
You'd
come
have
to your house.
beauticians.
You
Yeah.
know what? It's not the worst idea. Rachel in Mulgrave. Rachel, would you use Jim's Beauty?
Most definitely.
You
yeah,
would?
good.
Well, I mean, if you're strapped for time, Jim's it's a trustworthy brand.
It does make you start to think about if Jim's getting into the beauty realm, does the fencing, does all the things we've already mentioned. It makes you wonder, what else is Jim doing that we don't know about?
Why don't we play a game this morning of Does Jim Do It?
Jimbo, off to work we go. Jimbo.
Rach, we obviously know he does beauty. That's something you might get involved with. Is there such things as Jim's hazardous material removal?
I'm going to go with the no for that one.
That's a real thing, Rach. If you've got uranium or something that needs transporting, supposedly Jim will do it. Ben from Bitten, picking up dog turds. Does Jim do it?
Oh, let's go with yes.
Yeah, Jim's poo patrol. If you honestly can't be asked, someone will come around. Jim will come around and he'll pick up all the dog poos in your yard.
Who's doing that job?
I don't know. You've got too much money. You've got too much money if you're paying someone to pick up your dog poos.
No, I mean the other way. I'm saying who's the poor person that's
maybe they dig it. I don't know.
My job is just to pick.
Could you imagine if someone works for Jim's dog poo and they're listening to the radio right now and you're
Can
like,
you
who
give us
does
a
that?
call? No.
You're like, who does that? And they're like crying. I do that.
Don't laugh. No, don't. It's not funny.
I got bills to pay,
Yeah,
Belle.
no, that's true. No,
Freaking Belle, you get to talk all day and I'm working for Jim's poo patrol.
I'm not saying it in like, ooh, who would do that? I'm saying genuinely
That's
curious.
That's how it came across.
No, I mean,
It came across as you spitting on the Jim's poo patrol. Hey, Ben from Bitten, how do you think it came across?
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's fine. We lost you.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, brother. You obviously tuned out. Anyway, you're still here. Real estate. Does Jim do it?
Jim does it.
Jim does it. He does. Jim's real
What?
estate. If you want to sell your house, Jim will do it.
Make sure the lawns look good as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, Jim will make sure they're prim and proper before he sells. Bin cleaning. Does Jim do it, Ben?
100%.
Yeah. Jim's bin cleaning for people who can't hose out their own bin, which is wild.
I'm also sensing a theme here in this game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you may have cracked the code. All right, why don't I throw a curly one in there? Banking. Does Jim do it?
What?
No, Jim doesn't do banking.
He actually does.
Oh,
no.
that means you're wrong.
No.
Oh, really?
Jim's finance.
What?
Apparently you can get loans with Uncle Jim.
No.
Jim will float
You know
you,
what?
mate.
Could you
Jim's
possibly-
a businessman, you know?
I mean, sounds like an ad for them, but could you possibly have like a whole property and your whole life could be managed? Everything could be done through Jim.
That'd be a great promotion, is if everything you get done in your life is Jim's.
Jess in Barwon Heads. This is for tickets to the motocross. Jumpy castles. Does Jim do it?
Yes.
Yeah. Jim's jumping castles and party hire. Jim, for those playing along at home, Jim did all of the jobs that I mentioned, obviously.
Jessica, we're going to send you along to the World Supercross Championships.
Yay, thank you. My son will love it.
Perfect. No worries. Thanks for playing.
No worries. Maybe see Jim's motorbikes there.
Good morning and happy Tuesday.
Guys, it's all good. This makes a hell of a lot of sense. It wasn't really Optus's fault when we all didn't have phones or internet for like a whole day.
Businesses lost money.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really matter.
People couldn't call emergency services.
Yeah, no, because it's all good. So Optus, they've come out now and they've said it was just a software update. So that's why the entire network went down across the whole country.
And that happens. Sometimes at annoying times, you just got to do a system update.
In fact,
My computer right now is saying, it's like, you've got 20 minutes and it's counting down. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't wanna do it.
And then you know what you do?
Too.
You know how you do that thing where you're like 4 hours later, 4 hours later, half an hour later, and then sometimes it's just like, no, we're doing it right now, and you can't.
I've actually tomorrowed mine about 8 times.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually coming up now. I got to do the software update. Like it's
on the Nova computer.
Yeah, the Nova computer. It's just going to any point. It's just going to have to do a software update.
And we're back.
Wasn't the best timed update, was it?
Did everyone still heard my story, right, though?
Yeah, I think so.
That was my Acura award-winning story. Everyone heard that story.
And the show is going to sound a little different next week.
We're hitting the 7 seas that lead into the Yarra River. So
other way around. The Yarra River leads into the 7 seas.
Well, yeah, There'll be no C involved. I'm just trying to make it sound big and sexy, guys.
Well, let's hope we don't go accidentally too far and end up in the sea.
Yeah. That's true. Well, yes, we are going to be pedalling down the Yarra to raise funds and awareness of men's health. We're teaming up with Movember. We're so excited for this. We think it's going to be really fun because we are mowing your own way. That's the thing with Movember. You don't just have to grow a moustache. You can do anything you want to raise funds and awareness.
Yep, exactly right, Liam. The Mo is calling. Donate now to change the face of men's health. Visit Movember.com. Now, we were wondering, what does Movember exactly do? Like the nitty-gritty, the details. We thought we'd get someone on from Movember to find out what they do.
Yeah, Ollie Bannister, you're the fundraising manager at Movember. How's your Mo looking at the moment, mate?
Oh, it's finally coming in strong after 14 days. It's looking much better than it was a couple of days ago.
It's sort of panic stations around day 14 if it's still bum fluff, isn't it? You're like, really need to start pumping this out.
Ollie, I'm looking at a photo of you online. I believe this is the correct photo. It's the one with the pink in the Mo. Is that the right one?
Oh, that's last season's look. So,
okay.
yeah.
What's this season's,
I went for the pink. This season is the Antonio Banderas pencil thin one.
Let's go.
Yeah, but it really struggling. Initially, I was thinking, all right, I can go from the start shaving it in, and I have miscalculated and have switcherooed to growing it all out, and then I'll shave it in for the final stanza.
Incredible. Well, now, look, we're so happy to be partnering with you for the Pedal Mo next week. But for people that don't know, what does Movember actually do?
So Movember is the globe's leading charity in changing the face of men's health. We fund work in three key cause areas, that being mental health and suicide prevention, prostate cancer, and testicular cancer. So Movember has been around this is the 20th annual mow growing season, and we started off in 2003 right here in Melbourne. But overall, in Australia, men are dying on average 4 years earlier than women, and largely for preventable reasons. In particular, here in Australia, 3 in 4 suicides are men, and suicide is the leading cause of death in men aged 15 to 54 years. So the work that is funded through all the mustache growing, mow your own ways, hosts, and moves all goes towards changing those statistics.
Yeah, it's amazing. And of course, if that's brought anything up for you, Lifeline's always available on 13 11 14.
One of the things I'm really loving, Ollie, is you don't have to just grow a mow to participate. You can mow your own way. That's why we're doing the pedal mow. What's one of the most unique mow your own way activities you've seen?
So actually, I'm headed up to Sydney to watch a bloke push a lawnmower around an oval for 24 hours.
Are you for real?
Yes, I am for real. And he's going for the longest distance mowed, the Guinness World Record,
oh my God,
in 24 hours.
We got to get that guy on.
We're going to get that guy on. That's incredible.
That's sick.
Whoa. I mean,
that. So you're 20... Like, moving for 24 hours, that sucks. But then if you've got to push a lawnmower...
How far?
I believe the current world record is 127
kilometres. Oh, my God. So you got to go further than that.
Further than that.
Oh,
24
man.
hours. Yeah, we have to speak to him. Ollie, what are you doing to raise money as well as growing your mow?
So this year I held a futsal tournament over the weekend, and we had about 90 players get down, and it was just a great way of kicking around the ball, getting people together, and just having a conversation on how you might be doing, and getting physically active at the same time. So it was a bit of a hoot. In years gone past, I did a Mow Your Own Way 2 years ago where I did karaoke songs every day of Movember, and I live streamed myself on my Instagram for donations. And boy, was that hard work.
Yeah,
that was a COVID idea.
Yeah,
that was a COVID idea. It was lots of fun, but, you know, when you're having to live stream yourself dancing like a monkey on the internet while singing Prince's Kiss, it gets a little bit hard.
Yeah, that's rough. Well, Ollie, thank you so much for shedding a bit more light on all the incredible stuff that Movember do. We wish you all the best with that Antonio Banderas moustache, and hopefully we'll see you down at the Pedal Mow next week when you finish up with the guy breaking the world record for the most lawn mowing.
No doubt, guys. Stay hairy, everyone.
Thanks, Ollie. Good morning and happy Tuesday.
Now, you've been talking about this Kid Laroi news, Ben. Apparently, he's got big news coming.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, it's not another McDonald's burger, is it?
It's not another McDonald's burger.
We're not just redoing the quarter pounder and calling it the Laroi beef?
No. Now, he has announced that he's got his brand new album coming out. That's not news. But what usually follows the album announce?
You cut out a piece of me.
He's going on tour.
Super exciting for the Laroi fans. It's his first ever Australian stadium tour, which seems weird because I feel like he's been around forever now, but he took a bit of a hiatus.
Best thing is, Nova have exclusively partnered with Kid Laroi, so we get to give away tickets to his shows.
Correct. So the show will be next year. It's Feb 2. He'll be playing at Amy Park. And yeah, like I said, it's his first stadium tour. It's the first time tour, because that's what the album's called. You can get tickets from November 20 at Ticketek.
Fun fact, the Kid Laroi early days got our show's seal of approval. We were the first people to ever interview him.
Yes.
Was he 14?
Ever speak to, like...
I reckon he was like 13.
I think he was 13.
And he was so young that he was shouting out his Instagram. He's like,
Yeah.
"Go shout to the Instagram." It was when he had, like, it's before he had like an American accent sort of thing.
Well, we called him, it was, he was on his way to school, or he was just about to leave for
He
school.
won a
Do you remember?
competition.
I reckon we had to call his family phone,
We
and
did.
then they put him on the phone for us.
I remember because I spoke to his parents.
Yes, that's right.
And I was like, okay, can you just
And-
get him on the phone? We got to put him on it.
And since then, the Kid Laroi has gone from strength to strength.
I'm done, so done. I'm done.
Bit of So Done. There was this absolute TikTok smash hit.
If you can't be right, yeah, I do the same.
He's a big dog now. He's hanging out with the likes of Justin Bieber, Grimace, the Hamburglar. He's got his own Macca's Burger, fully fledged pop star.
Belle, you've listened to the entire album?
I sure have. So it only just came out like last week, and my favourite song from the album is actually his favourite song. He said in an interview it's his favourite song that he's ever written and made. It's
Is it
called
called I'm Loving It?
It's called Bleed.
It's called 24 Nuggets.
How did your heart been so must have been hard to believe.
Isn't that beautiful? It doesn't
It
sound like
is.
his other stuff.
It's a little bit
gorgeous.
slower.
It is, and so look, we won't go too slow this morning. Let's pick it up. This is one off the album, the first time. It's with Young Cook. It's called Too Much.
Also,
Gee whiz.
we have got the first tickets to give away to the Kid Laroi's live shows. If you want to win them exclusively on Nova, call us right now, 13 24 10. We're giving away the tickets next.
Too much.
Yeah, Nova 100 with Ben, Liam and Belle. That is brand new music from the Kid Laroi. Just announced as well, the Kid Laroi, the first time tour, February 2nd on the Friday. You can get tickets November 20 at Ticketek.
I love that as well because it's got a global feel. You've got Kid Laroi teaming up with Young Cook. You've also got Central C in there, who I've become a real fan of over the last few weeks because I've been watching the show Top Boy on Netflix. Allow that. He's just a you. Leave him.
What is Top Boy? Is it like a...
Not seen Top Boy.
Is it a show about him, or is it like, is he playing a character?
Oh, he's not even in it, but like some of his music, Central C's music, it's very like it's the estate repping the block, drugs and the bando and
What's that
whatnot.
on? What's that on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
No, I thought you were asking what a bando is. That's an abandoned
No.
place where drug dealers put their drugs.
The fact that you know all this is so
Well, yeah, I've been
funny.
watching it. I'm right into it. And a youth is a youth.
You would know Central C from this tune.
I need a clean version for radio. I ain't got to say.
Okay, yeah.
They want me to change my lyrics, but they won't hit the same. Hugging my brothers and say that I love them, but I don't.
Honestly, my heart dropped when you were playing that song because I'm like, you can't play that song. You can't play that song. That's
He's done like a whole redone version for the radio.
That song's called Doja by Central C. Very different lyrics. He's literally had to. So obviously they would just have to beep the whole thing.
Yeah.
So he's just had to be honest about it.
Yeah.
I had to do a clean radio version, so I'm not even gonna sing the song.
How can I be homophobic?
Oh. Okay, yeah, that's what it would sound like if you
Anyway,
didn't do that.
we're not talking about Central C,
No,
though.
we are talking about the Kid Laroi. And the best thing is we're exclusively giving away tickets here at Nova to go see the Kid Laroi live. And Ruby, you're going to go see the kid.
Oh my gosh, yes! Thank you.
If you can be right.
Ruby, congrats. Are you a big Laroi fan?
Massive. That's so exciting. Thank you so much.
How are you going to be celebrating tonight? Will you go and have some Laroi burgers, perhaps?
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, we might have to do that.
Yeah.
I would say, Ruby, you might be the first person in the country to have tickets.
I reckon, yeah.
Because it just got announced
honestly,
at 7,
Yep.
and we've just given it. Like, I would say you've got picture the stadium. You're like the first person sitting.
I
there.
think that means you're probably going to be right up the front, right? You're just going to be front and central.
We can make that happen, yeah.
Because the tickets go on sale. If you want to buy them, they go on sale November 20th at Ticket Tech. But Nova does have exclusive rights to give away the tickets to the
Ruby,
show.
this is a huge flex. I mean, you could get so much on Gumtree for these.
Don't. No,
Nah, I think I'll keep it to myself.
All right,
I'm just
you
joking.
passed the test, Ruby. Well done.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.